All right, Internet, we are back. I realized I should have brought this out for yesterday's review as well. Wow, choking right off the bat, but we don't cut corners around here. I shouldn't say cut corners. We don't really do cuts and outtakes much. So, a little size comparison on those two for you as well. So, we got the Invictus and the Schism line up there. But let's finish this off. I got one sip left in the Focal Banger. This is from the Alchemist. They also do Heady Topper. This is just a single IPA, so it's not the double. So it's only 7% Internet. But it is the same message. Don't be a D-bag, recycle this can. So let's finish it off, shall we? All right. What are we looking at today? The Sanctity XL. Now, I mean, this is a big, heavy spinner. But now we're starting to get into some serious territory here. So let's just get right in there. No foreplay, Internet. Let's just get right to the weight on this thing. 189 grams. Look at the size of it. It doesn't even like fit on the scale. Look at that. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, Internet. Look at it next to this. Right, this thing's massive. Right, where's the old... Which stubby? We'll do the polished one. All right. Look at that thing. Big old beast. Now, this is something I can really get behind. I dig this, and I know there's a lot of people that, I think there's a lot of people that would like it more than me with the Schism, but now we're starting to talk. Now we're starting to talk, Internet. So balance right off the bat, just because I'm feeling it, and I want to tell you about it. Balance is ace. You get a little shaken from my thumb, but balance is where we want it. I'm sure it'll swing a little bit, but a little bit of swinging, honestly, isn't much to be concerned, right? This is the big test. Can you feel it vibrating in your hand? And I really can't. This thing is a beast. So this is a big old heavy spinner. Really nice. I actually kind of like this where this doesn't really have that and everything's kind of rounded on the sides. This flat side, one allows you to stand it up. Might not do it on this fabric, but yeah, let's set it on this. Right, so it wants to fall over kind of easy, but you can kind of stand it up, which is kind of nice for taking pictures and stuff. I haven't taken my thumbnail thumbnail photos yet, so maybe we'll do that, but we'll do it standing up. Who knows? Who knows? You'll know. I don't know yet. But the spinning on this thing is really, really fun. So let's take a look at the finish, though. I haven't gone this close yet. Like I said yesterday, these have been shipped around a little bit. So for the most part, they're finished versions, but they're you know, they've seen a little traveling. So, but look at the machine lines, right? Like the way they do that, nobody else does anything like that. And at this point, if you tried to, and there's probably somebody does it. In fact, I think what is it that United Machining's bow tie kind of has a similar kind of look, a little different, but similar kind of a thing. But it'd be hard to do something like this. And you've got all these excellent chamfers. And a lot of what I'm saying here, I'm realizing I probably should have said on this one as well, but I don't have a ton of time. And I wanted to kind of get these reviews out because I want you, Internet, to know what's going on with these and get them before they're gone. So I want people that watch my channel that want this to be able to pick these up. So yeah, so a lot of really good chamfers, a lot of good facets, a lot of good faces for getting a hold of it and fidgeting with it, which is ace. Really like that. It just, anywhere you catch it, anywhere you stop it, especially since it's a try, is going to be good to go. And I think I might have mentioned this, Internet, but if I didn't, I feel like I've been enjoying tries more, right? So I've kind of come full circle to where I started in the hobby. The tries are the ones I'm reaching for more often. You know, the Voda is my #1. If you watch my videos before, right? Like, spoiler alert, sorry, y'all. But the spinners I'm reaching towards and wanting to carry, right? I carried the Talisman a few days ago. The Cocoon, the Bronze Atrium I've been digging. So a lot of the tries have been coming out and seeing work. So, but anyway, that's not really what we're here to talk about. So anyway, you catch this guy. So one of the things that's really interesting to me with this thing is heavy, right? Like it's almost 200 grams, yet like even this here isn't that big of an issue. Like I really can get in there and just like one-handed flick it forwards, right? It's got a really generous groove here. Now, what I will say though is if you look here, it doesn't really come to a point, but the light's actually doing a better job emphasizing this than I thought it would. You kind of see that spot right there where it's almost a point. Because of the weight, it almost feels like that could be a hot spot with extended spinning. So if you really do this kind of spinning, you're probably going to run into some hot spot issues by the end of the day. I personally haven't, but I've also been told that some of the things I've reviewed and said were in a hot spot, I've had other people say were hot spotty. So my fingers, again, like I said, are pretty tough, despite being thin, spindly fingers. Like hot spots and stuff like that don't really bother me. Getting, like, who knows what's going on, right? Blisters and pulls, and I've got nerve damage in this finger from cutting it with a chisel. You can see that scar. You know, I've busted these up. I've got a scar across. Like, my fingers have seen work, y'all. Anyway, work with your hands. But anyway, so I feel like, you know, fair warning, this could be a bit of a hot spot if you like this kind of a flick, this kind of a fidget. But boom! So that I find less of an issue with this. Like I mentioned yesterday, feeling like I have trouble getting up to speed. This one, I feel like I can get up to speed. And it weighs more. I don't know if that's just a situation of the tri form factor, but yeah, really, really dig this. So let's pop off under the hood. Look at these thick old buttons. So, and I didn't talk about the texture of these buttons too much. I mean, I sort of did, but I didn't reference kind of like the spiral pattern that looks really cool. So if you kind of give these buttons a, give you the old, you guys take a second right now. If you don't know, if you haven't tried this, it's worth trying. I kind of blow people's minds sometimes. If you hum and you whistle at the same time, and you do them, it kind of makes a cool little, like, I don't know, teleport sound. So if you didn't know you can do that, give it a try. Oops, hold on. Lick my lips. Anyway, that button's really spinning. It is a big, heavy button, so it is going to spin for a while. Internet. It's pretty rad, isn't it? We spin it the other way. Looks like it's going in. Let's slow it down just a little. Anyway, enough about that. Sorry, I digress. I digress, internet. So we got press fit again. Yes, so these are all press fit, which we really dig. I really like press fit. Again, get yourself a flashbang if you don't have one. Whoops, don't hit it on the Invictus. Let's try this though. Now, obviously this isn't going to tablespin, and I haven't done this yet, just like yesterday's, but it is a press fit, so I like thin buttons on my press fit, and I cannot lie. Oh, that is nice. I just like having the slimmer grip. I like really being in there. It's a little difficult because if I drop my thumb here, boom, I'm hitting the spinner. So something with a little bit more of a lip on the edge, because these are pretty thin, even right to the edge. But if you do more of a pinch grip than a flat grip, you'll be okay. That's really enjoyable. Well done, Adrian. Appreciate the press fit. All right. I'll throw these back on there. So spin time wise, how did this guy do on spin time? Let's actually here. Let me just weigh these real quick, because I don't think you guys really, you guys heard me say they're thick, heavy buttons, but I don't think you really understood what I was talking about. I'm gonna wager close to 50 grams on these buttons. 47.4. Look at that, nailed it, internet. Heavy, heavy buttons. So yeah, so just a real solid, it gives you a real solid feel all around. Spin time wise, I actually, now, it may be a little bit the bearing because the difference wasn't huge, but I only got 8.5 minutes, 8:29, I think actually, so we can round up and say 8.5, as compared to this where I got over 9, so, and that was on a table spin. I haven't done vertical spins on these because, well, I could get the clamp out, but this is my little vertical thing. Like, it is... You can really sort of jam it in there, but like it doesn't. Yeah, so anyway, fun time. So if you guys didn't know just how big, how thick this thing is, like, look at that. Anyway, big, big heavy spinner. So really appreciate it. For me, this is the one to have of the XLs. I think in an XL size, I much prefer the Tri. The increased judder, which I actually, the increased judder that I really enjoy with a bar normally is almost, it's not almost too much, but like this just for me is more pleasing with that extra weight. There's a lot of gyro to be had here if you like that sort of thing because you got a lot of weight. So, and you know, I think it's something with these spiral buttons. You guys see me keep going like this to making sure they're screwed in. They are screwed in. I think it's just the feeling of the spiral buttons, kind of wanting my fingers to spin in opposite directions. And especially on this one, the gyro, it feels like the buttons are loose. but they're right, like they're not. There you see there, now they're spinning, but they lock in pretty good, right? They've got a good generous thread there. Right, so they're good to go. I think that's really all we need to say on the XL. I guess, you know, reviews-wise, this one gets the 2 thumbs up for me, right? If you're looking for those XL spinners, look no further. You got to pick this up. Big, heavy buttons. And again, since they're like kind of press-fit style buttons, I mean, they'll work on press-fit spinners. Well, that will catch? No, I don't think it will. And then we can say, boom, son. Oh, that's actually... That's got a little bit of something, y'all. Anyway, so kick A buttons, kick A spinner, nice and heavy. This is a 2 thumbs upper. This is one worth looking into, internet. So again, this one I can take or leave. I think I would leave this one, internet. I would leave on you. You know if this is something that's going to be for you. But for me, this one is a. I think everybody can enjoy this. So anyway, nice balance, nice finish. Nice and heavy, nice and chunky. There you have it, internet. Damn Designs, Sanctity XL. Kisses, internet. A lot of momentum to stop.